What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Anthony with the VR Game Rankings YouTube channel. What is up, folks? It is September 17th. It is Monday. It's a brand new week in VR gaming. And of course, tomorrow is a very big day. Tomorrow we do have the release of Transference, which could possibly be the single biggest VR game of September. Maybe not. Maybe not, because Windlands 2 has come out already and it's set a very, very high bar. I believe Windlands 2 has set an extremely high bar, but we do have Transference tomorrow. We also have Blind from Tiny Bull Studios. That is also happening tomorrow as well. So, and some other games. There's some other games coming out on the 18th as well. Obviously, Unearthing Mars 2 on PlayStation VR, and Downward Spiral Oris Station is also coming out tomorrow as well for PlayStation VR. And I think there may even be a couple of other games that are slipping my mind at the moment. And Kev Gret says, hey, wait a minute. Creed, remember Creed, don't forget about Dre. Remember Creed. Creed is coming out on September 25th. We got Jet Island coming out on September 21st. You know, so there's still a lot of stuff that is coming in the month of September. In fact, is it Zero Killed? Zero Killed, I believe, is September 26th. So yeah, we still got a lot of stuff going on in September, but it's kind of hot and heavy tomorrow on Tuesday. So there is some excitement about that. Now, let me bounce over to chat. And right now, Tezrim is there. Kevgret is saying, what is going on? Person is there. Steven Sales, SIMIK81, Supersonic Station, Crunchy. Steven says, Sebastian is streaming Pimax 5K with Beat Saber right now. That is pretty cool. And T-Dub is checking in as well. James Davis, what's up? So it's good to see everybody here on a Monday. Logan's Run is here as well. And James Davis 911 says Sweeviver is live right now talking about Pimax. Yeah, there's too many goddamn streams going on. And Tesrim says, at work, I was listening to VR Roundtable podcast, and it was the episode where Anthony was so angry with all the publishers wanting their own store. Yeah, I really went kind of psycho there. We've talked about that before, and basically probably a bit overboard. You know, I probably did go a little bit overboard. And I believe is it September 26th, which is the day that Zero Killed will be available. But I believe that same day on September 26th, I believe the open beta for Space Junkies, which of course requires Uplay, which is why that whole entire rant began, where I went kind of psycho there for a minute. On a number of different episodes, I went psycho. In fact, Fluke Rogi, who I don't believe is in chat right now, but the one episode I had where I really went on a tangent and I went psycho on Uplay, like that episode, that was the first time he said he had to shut off one of my episodes because he couldn't deal with it. So that was really funny there. But yeah, you know, it's an interesting thing. And Supersonic Station says he watched that movie Her, H-E-R, on Netflix, kinda wild. Yeah, I recommend that movie. I'm not saying that everything that is in that movie I endorse in any way, shape, or form. It's a really weird movie. There's a lot of nudity, a lot of kind of weird stuff that is going on in that movie. But I think Her, if you guys are interested in future technology, if you guys are interested in AR, VR, MR, you know, all this kinds of stuff, I think Her is a decent movie to check out, because really it's mostly about AI, and it's kind of about the future of something like Alexa, you know, the Amazon assistant, or Siri, or anything like that. It's kind of like 20 years into the future, what is Alexa, what is Siri going to be like, and can people actually legitimately fall in love with these artificial intelligences, which is crazy weird. And then the other thing that they had in Her is Joaquin Phoenix is the lead actor in the movie, and I think he had a really good performance in that movie. But he's playing video games at certain times in that movie, and it's kind of like a hologram. It's kind of Minority Report. And so it's kind of interesting to see where they saw the future of VR, AR, and then kind of the hologram thing. So definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. Steven Sales says, my Alexis device just beeped. Stop saying that. Okay, so I just screwed it up for Steven Sales. And Phil Yarn says, Honor and Duty, what's that and where do I get it from? So other stuff is going on in chat. So, the interesting thing today here, folks, Kev Gretz says, don't sleep on the Honor and Duty beta with 16x16 online. It's a free beta. Supersonic Station says he is such a good actor. I think he's talking about Joaquin Phoenix. Well, he's a very good actor in a number of movies that we've seen. Obviously, he was absolutely masterful in Gladiator. Just played one of the best villains we've ever seen in Gladiator. Just did such a good job. You just really believed. And of course, we've got some famous memes from his performance in Gladiator. There's this one meme where he's like, "Ooh," he's like that. And then, of course, there's his famous meme where he's holding his thumb. No, he's holding his thumb like this. And then it's like, do I say yes or do I say no? And I do this all the time with my kids in the car. I have teenagers and they listen to a lot of like crazy, weird music, right? Some crazy rap music, a lot of it that I'm not a very big fan of. And like my son will put on a rap song and I'll go like this. I'll be listening to his rap song and I'll be like this. And then I'll be like, bam, like that. And I'll basically give him my opinion on whether the rap song that he played me was any good or not. And then there is some talk. Oh yeah, he did Johnny Cash. He did Johnny Cash. I actually have not seen all of that movie. I've seen maybe some bits and pieces. And he could be the next Joker. That is what T-Dub is saying. So this is kind of like off-topic episode, I guess, is what we're talking about here, which is perfectly fine. So the Honor is on PlayStation VR starting tomorrow. Okay, yeah. So Honor and Duty beta, the Honor and Duty beta. Who is the developer of Honor and Duty? Because I could look it up on YouTube and try to get a game trailer for that. I've heard of this Honor and Duty thing. I've heard about it. I'm just going to do a search for Honor and Duty VR. Honor and Duty VR trailer. We'll just do a search for that, a general search for that. And yeah, a lot of the stuff that I've gotten about this Honor and Duty is a lot of it seems to be focused on PlayStation VR. Like I thought it was kind of just a PlayStation VR game. But I'll grab a trailer that was from about 5 months ago. I don't know if this is like an official trailer or something. But I'll go ahead and grab this trailer and we can throw it on here. We could talk about this Honor and Duty real quick. There's always a number of smaller VR games that really slip through the cracks and we just end up, not following some of these games. There's so many little games and sometimes we'll get an announcement for a game, we'll cover it for like 2 minutes and then we don't talk about the game again and we don't talk about it for 5 to 6 months. And then all of a sudden the game's coming out or whatever. And then maybe it might finally have like an official trailer. And then we take a look at it like that. The Rex Terra says he's playing in real life Job Simulator while listening to some VR news. So he's probably in a cubicle. He's got a stapler. He's picking up his stapler and he's throwing it right at the head of his coworkers, right? Because that's what we all did in Job Simulator. And, I've always been a fan. I mean, not always, but I've pretty much been a fan of Job Simulator for a while now here. And one of the reasons I'm such a big fan of Job Simulator, and this is Alchemy Labs, and this is what I've said a million times, what Alchemy Labs does better than everybody else is they will give you that agency with your hands. They allow you to use your hands on a regular kind of a basis here. Now I'm grabbing this Honor and Duty trailer, and it's not in 1080p. So I'm going to convert it to 1080p real quick. Hopefully this doesn't kill my stream right here or screw up my stream, because there has been certain times where I've tried to convert a little trailer and it actually screwed everything up. But hopefully this won't do anything too bad, and it shouldn't take very long. So hold on here. Honor and Duty. Honor and Duty. And we'll go ahead and do this. So it's converting it right now. So if my stream starts going really craptacular, that is the reality there. Kevgret says, go to Polish Paul. Okay, Polish Paul. I'll look that up. I grabbed a different trailer. I don't believe it was Polish Paul. But yeah, you know, Polish Paul he does a lot. Like, this guy is kind of like, he's like the PSVR version of Paradise Decay. You know, this guy is working hard for his money. Honor and Duty, yeah. So he has like a 6-minute PSVR trailer for Honor and Duty, like a 6-minute breakdown. So I'll go ahead and try to grab that as well here, just a sec. And we can check out some of these trailers. So yeah, I mean, I think today, our show today is probably going to be a bit more freeform, kind of like this, because I don't really have too many news stories lined up. And it's kind of the calm between the calm before the storm is what I would call it, because tomorrow, I mean, we're certainly going to be talking about Blind tomorrow. I will absolutely be talking a lot about Blind. I have been playing Blind, and the embargo, oh, Choptastic. Okay, so it's getting a little bit Choptastic. Well, I've already did the is it still messed up, guys? So Crunchy just posted Choptastic right now. Is it still jacked up? I'm going to close my little movie maker thing to convert the trailer to 1080p. So is it still Choptastic right now? Can anybody hear me? Is still waiting for an update here on stream. So Steven Sales says, Chris G, please do. It's awesome. I hope the original authors of N64 and Wii games have done the VR thing with their products. It's okay. So it's fine now. Okay, so we're back now. So let's go ahead and check out some of these trailers, these Honor and Duty things, and just see what we can get from this. So I'm going to go ahead and put on this first Honor and Duty thing that I saw. So don't know what the deal is with this trailer. Don't know much about this, but we'll just go ahead and check this live. So this does look like PSVR footage. You can see how it's cropped up there. Resolution not exactly beautiful. Looks like a shooty ass shooter. Global leaderboards. Incredible animations of these realistic human characters. And unbelievable tank textures. Fence textures are off the chain link fence, which is a great double entendre. And, you know, just beautiful textures all around. We can see the power of PlayStation VR right here. Just unbelievable horsepower in this machine. PSVR trailer, yeah. So this is some dude. I forget what channel I grabbed this from. This is not the Polish Paul one. Okay, so that's Honor and Duty, yeah. Let me grab... I'm going to grab the Polish and Paul one. And do not pay attention to that phone ringing in the background. Completely ignore it. I forgot to close my door, too. Where's Polish and Paul? Polish and Paul. Okay, Honor and Duty. Here we go. Here's the Polish and Paul one. So I'll go ahead and open this one. Ah, damn it. They got me. Had to resize it. 720p. Why do people make 720p trailers? Okay, this does look a lot cleaner. The footage is better. So here's a better footage. So it kind of looks Onward, Call of Duty-ish, but very cartoony in the graphics. This is Honor and Duty D-Day Open Beta Preview. Oh, so the release date is on the 18th. That's tomorrow. So just more games. I'm going to turn down the volume while he's doing his Polish talk. But yeah, you can tell this was filmed on, like this was captured on a PS4 by the way this footage is. Looks very cartoonish. Kind of interesting. I mean, I don't know. Looks kind of cool. The first Honor and Duty was only $1. And then Paul Smith said he got Fallout 4 the other day for 15 bucks. Can't believe it's dropped again. Fallout 4 is still on sale, I think. CD keys for about 20 bucks. Yeah, and Chris Gold says, Anthony, this is the new one. So yeah, this is the new trailer. And
play it. Now, on to the game. First of all, the beta will roll out in phases because they want to make sure that at the first phase the performance is perfect, but there's still a lot of going on in this first phase. So on Tuesday when the game releases...
Yeah, it looks kind of Minecraft-y a little bit. Well, actually, you know what? It kind of reminds me of Just in Time Incorporated, you know, with the simplistic textures and that sort of thing. Do we know what the price is for this Honor and Duty on PSVR? And is it also hitting Vive and everything tomorrow as well? Let me try to look this up. Yeah, but Honor and Duty, like, there's always going to be some games that slip through the cracks that I'm not, like, following closely. And this is certainly one of them. Let me just go Honor and Duty PlayStation first. Let me see if I can find it in the PlayStation Store. Honor and Duty Arcade Edition. This is available for, right now it's available for like $3.50. Now, I don't know if this is, well, no, it does say PSVR, so I do think this is part of it. So let me go ahead and show you guys over here. So this is Honor and Duty Arcade Edition, Strange Game Studios, although sometimes the developer of the PSVR version is slightly different because they'll have like a developer that kind of just ports it to PSVR. But you can see here, $3.50. Okay, this is, you're saving 50%. And you can save another 10% with PS Plus. So I guess the normal price for this is $7, $3.50 right now. There is a free demo. I don't know if the demo supports VR. It does say this item includes some VR content. So that is Honor and Duty Arcade Edition. So yeah, that's the wrong one. That was the first one. Okay, so I think we're looking up, okay, so let me look up Honor and Duty. That's the thing, man. They make these things so damn confusing when there's like multiple games that are Honor and Duty. So right now in the PlayStation VR store, the only thing I'm showing is Honor and Duty Arcade Edition demo and then Honor and Duty Arcade Edition. Those are the only two things I'm showing. So maybe it is not in the PlayStation store yet. Let me just do a Google, let me see, is Honor and Duty on Steam in any way? Let me see, Honor and Duty Steam. See if I can find it on Steam. Yeah, so Strange Game Studios, I've found their website. Honor and Duty Arcade Edition beta testers sign up. Yeah, so I don't know. Now I'm confused, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm confused. But bottom line is, okay, Kevgret says, look, beta is free. It comes out tomorrow on PlayStation VR, Kevgret, right? But not necessarily on Steam or anything. And he was saying $19.99 might be the eventual price for the full game. So anyway, here's another one. You know, we thought all we had was Transference and Blind and Downward Spiral, Aura Station, and Unearthing Mars 2, and we also have this Honor and Duty, so another game to possibly be aware of. And you know, the playability on this game might be really fun, and I don't mind simplistic graphics sometimes, so that's kind of cool. So you know, hopefully that beta is free tomorrow, so we'll be able to at least give it a try. So yeah, that is Polish Paul on the dialogue here.
They will be filled in with bots. Because, as you know, technology those days is so advanced that humans can be replaced with robots. Or AI. But I don't think...
Not super easy to understand the guy, but dude, he speaks multiple languages. I speak two. I speak English and I speak jive talk, baby. No, that really, I speak one language, so I can't talk no smack to any of these people that speak multiple languages. Absolutely not. Okay, so speaking of trailers, I did find a couple of other trailers that I have never seen before, some new games that are kind of coming down the pipe, and one of them is called Dracaris or something like that, and this guy says the trailer is a bit rough here, and of course it's going to be the wrong resolution, of course, or maybe this is the right resolution, the other one was wrong. So this is some game called Dracaris or something like that. And the trailer is a little chop-tacular. Paradise Decay is checking in, the hardest working man in show business. Chris Gould says, Polish Paul is pretty funny when you get used to him. No, yeah, I'm not trying to talk smack at all. I have much love for Polish Paul, much respect for anybody that bangs out videos on an incredibly regular basis. But let's check this trailer out just for a minute. This is some game called Dracaris or something like that. I guess you're a dragon. You seem to be flying around as a dragon and just wrecking shop. You're basically going to these little settlements and you're just trying to destroy the shit out of them. I mean, that's based on what I'm seeing right here. I actually have no freaking knowledge of this game whatsoever, but I think it's being developed by pretty much like one dude. There's a ton of games out there that seem to be developed by one dude or a couple of dudes, very indie type stuff. And you just, sometimes these things turn out to be really good, and sometimes they turn out to be complete and utter ass. We just don't know. So they pause the game. Yeah, so this is kind of a rough trailer, but we're just getting an idea of this game called Dracaris or something. That's the other thing. I think people need to start making games that are easier to freaking pronounce. Like, how many games do we have that are not very easy to pronounce? Quite a few, in my opinion. Okay, so yeah, this is that trailer right here. And it does look a bit on the herky and jerky side. Frame rate looks very low. Yeah, and he like grabbed a horse. It's almost like an alien abduction simulator, because it looks like you can pluck people, like you can pluck horses and giraffes. And just pluck individual archers, grab them, and then drop them anywhere you want. Of course, you are a dragon. You can eat people. These look like Unity assets, says Crunchy. Yeah, so the trailer not exactly dripping with production values and polish, but hey, it's a dragon simulator. What more do you want, folks? All of us want to be dragonborn, right? Well, here's your opportunity to be dragonborn again. So going over here to the web browser. So this is the post that I saw. This was 17 hours ago. Dracaris VR, Be a Dragon, new trailer and demo. And this guy says, I've been working for a while now on my game, recently renamed. He renamed it. So, it was called Dragon's Flight VR. But there was a similar named game already, so he had to drop that. That's too bad, because Dragon's Flight VR, like, that actually makes logical sense. Dracaris sounds like a freaking bourbon or something. I don't know what Dracaris VR. So that's the new name. He says, please excuse the poor quality trailer. I am very new to video editing. And he's looking for some community feedback and stuff. And so people are talking about him. People are talking about this. Some people are talking about the name as well, saying the name's kind of sketch. But yeah, so that is just a new game. Keep our eyes on. And I think it's important, this is something that we can do. We can always keep our eyes on some of these really small games that we don't really know what the hell's going on with them. But, we never know, because sometimes these things can turn into a really nice thing. Supersonic Station says those Dragon assets are from Project Spark. I'm positive. So Supersonic Station is just killing it today with a lot of insights. He also said, LOL, Goat Simulator with a dragon. And Chris Gould says, why do indie devs do this? I mean, at this stage, when you do not have time to play the good games that are out, who the F is going to put time into this? Yeah, this is one of those questions I've asked as well. And, let's go back to like Whitway Studios, who was in chat for a while and has kind of disappeared into the mist. Haven't seen Whitway Studios in a minute, but they have that game People Cubed, right? And I think that dev was going to release that game for like 15 or 19, 20 bucks or something like that. And I just, it's a real catch-22, because I don't want to try to rain on the parade of these indie devs that they're going for their dream. These devs are, they're Every day they're banging away. They're coding out these games. They're putting in a lot of work and a lot of effort. And their dream is that if they can make this game, and if this game can be halfway decent, and if it can get a little bit of hype, and if things work out right, maybe this guy can get rich. Now, I don't know that this developer is going to get rich off of Drakari's VR, and I don't know if Whitway Studios is going to get rich either off People Cubed, because they're competing against some really high-end games that are coming out on a regular basis that are a hell of a lot cheaper. Chris Richardson says, "There's always someone who has time and an opinion." Yeah, but you need like 1,000, you need at least 1,000 people to probably buy your game just to freaking make your money back. Like, not even to have profit, but just to make your money back. So it's difficult, you know. I mean, much love to these guys. I mean, go for your dreams. Fucking go for your dreams. Like, no two ways about that. But there just isn't an audience for everybody, man. It's limited. Oh, you know, we never did our intro today. So another extremely late intro. Let's go ahead and kick our intro in. Yeah, of course, this show is called VR Game Rankings, VR Game Rankings YouTube channel. It's actually called the Daily Vlog Live, episode 204. It is Monday. It is September 17th, and tomorrow is a very big day. So that is what we call a very late trailer. And there's another game I heard about. I heard about this on Upload VR, and it is called Breath Tech. I know nada about this game. Let's check this out. Hopefully better production values. Well, you know, a slight increase in production values there. Very, very slight. Very, very slight increase in production values with Breath Tech. Solve puzzles using only your breath. And interesting. Okay, so Paradise Decay, let's see. He's saying, Anthony, it's just a demo to show other devs the possibilities of using the HMD's mic as a tool. Worth playing for the effects and laughs. Oh, okay, so this is just kind of a demo, not really like a full-blown game. And then Chris Gould says, talking of indie devs, Furious Seas, which I thought was dead, has a free roaming update. Hooray! And Crunchy says they go for their dreams, but they also should be realistic and not crushed if they fail. Chris Gould says, don't get me wrong, I really appreciate indie devs. Where would we be without them? But some of them need to get real. It's, you know, it's a hard deal, man. It's a hard deal. It really is. Crunchy says, is this a game or a tech demo? It, apparently, according to Paradise Decay, it sounds a little bit more like a tech demo. But I heard about this game when I was on Upload VR. This is Upload VR today. They're talking about 5 Marvel Studios VR experiences we would like to see from the Void. And what is the deal with like Disney and the Void? Like they seem to really be in bed together. And then Breath Tech is a VR puzzle game that uses your breath. So this was the story that I saw right here. Didn't know too much about it, but I just wanted to grab that trailer really quick. Breath Tech from indie developer Brett Jackson, known for his 2016 VR adventure Dimensional. This is the guy that made Dimensional. Yeah, I remember Brett Jackson, and I remember Dimensional. I liked Dimensional. He says, I want to encourage other developers to investigate using breath detection, and for manufacturers to considering adding low-cost breath sensors in future generation HMDs, Jackson told Upload VR. And of course, this story is on Upload VR, so be sure to bounce over there on occasion and give them a little bit of that patronage. Could this be the first step to seeing better breath detection technology integrated into future VR headsets? Well, I mean, let's face it. We want eye tracking. We want foveated rendering. We want a larger FOV. We want higher resolution HMDs. But what we really want are breath sensors. That is like next level type shit right there. If we can sense our breath, there's so many things we can do that would just be sensational. I don't know. I don't know if this breath stuff really is that big of a deal. But hey, it's cool. And I did like his game Dimensional. I enjoy Dimensional. I wonder if anybody else in chat has ever played Dimensional, because I thought that was pretty cool. Let me lower down this volume here a bit. And so SAMIK81 says breathing should be in every first-person VR game. It is very immersive. Chris Gould says a horror game with breath detection would be pretty cool. Yeah, all we need is people passing out because they're really trying to control their breathing, and they're trying to get on the leaderboards. Supersonic Station says VR should use that mic more for games like London Heist when you smoke the cigar and blow the smoke out. That was actually really cool. And I guess if you did have a breath detection game, I mean, if you had breath detection capabilities, you could be in a game where it's like super cold outside. For example, imagine Skyrim. You're like in the snowy areas. Imagine if every time you breathe, you would see like a little bit of your breath, or if you're playing a football game, you're playing Madden, and like you're a wide receiver, and you're standing at the line getting ready to go, and you see the breath coming out of your mouth. Gary Haylock says, do I have to brush my teeth before playing? You're probably going to want to do that. And then the Rex Terra says, we want the technology from the Matrix or Total Recall. Absolutely. We want all that kind of stuff. Paradise Decay says, Anthony, this demo does detect the strength of your breath. It's clever. Paradise, did you ever play Dimensional? Because I like Dimensional. And it's a super cheap game. You could get Dimensional for like $2. Martino Movie says, it would be good for porn. Yeah, because, well, it would be good if you have like an artificial intelligence chick that is like analyzing you. She's like, you're really breathing hard, aren't you? Hyperventilation VR. Yeah, I can see that. Terry Blanchard says that would add to the immersion. Yeah, so this is breath tech. And what we're talking about here, folks, we are talking about a slow news day, relatively, Monday, relatively slow. And this is the type of stuff that we're going to be looking at here. And my internet is chugging along at an incredibly slow pace. Oh, guys, you know what? I found out some horrible news. You remember that Verizon 5G home service? Well, on September 13th, I was able to find out. Oh, look at this VR chair. That looks kind of cool. On September 13th, I was able to find out that I will not be able to get this Verizon 5G home internet service because apparently they don't have the towers yet in my area. So here's a little interesting story. This VR chair fights simulation sickness at the cost of hand controls. All right, that's an interesting looking contraption. Texas-based Cambrian think it has a solution to VR simulator sickness. It is called VR Chair. Introducing the VR Chair. Okay, let me see if I'll try to grab that, but let's go back into chat. And Arctica 1, you can see your breath, says Airman 929565. Is that true? Chair VR. Okay, so I'm going to try to look up Chair VR. We'll see if we can get this little YouTube trailer. Chair VR. I do believe we need to have a chair in VR. Like I've talked about, we need to have a VR chair. But my thought has always been, in regarding a VR chair, is I've always thought we need just a regular tracked chair. That's all we need, is just a freaking tracked chair. Because how many experiences have you sitting in a chair? What if the chair was like actually there? Like that would be kind of cool. So let me grab this trailer and then we'll check it out. Okay, so we'll have that in just a second there. I don't think it's in real time in Arctica, says Steven Sales. And yeah, so I guess there is a little bit of breath. breath detection there. Paradise Decay says, I do not recall Dimensional. It rings a bell. Dimensional is a super, super duper cheap game. You can grab it for like $1 or $2. And it was a very, very early VR game. But I liked it. You were kind of exploring this space. You had this little robot guy, Digby. I think his name was Digby. But he basically was just this little robot head that would follow you around, and he would talk to you every once in a while, and you were solving simple puzzles, environmental puzzles, but it was pretty good room scale. Like, I thought it was a pretty good room scale type of a game. Dimensional, not too bad there. Okay, let me grab this trailer for The Chair. The Chair VR. If I can find it in my chair. Where is the chair? Oh man, I have too many little trailers that are inside this folder where all my trailers go. Oh, I'm in the wrong folder. That's what the problem is. Okay, where's chair? Okay, here we go. Chairs, virtual reality. I think this is the right trailer. And of course, I got to resize the goddamn thing.
Today we're taking a look at virtual reality motion chairs. These devices
this
are
is
designed
all
to
kinds of different
interact with
chairs.
VR games and apps
So I must have
to
grabbed the
provide a
wrong
full-body
trailer. I fucked
seated
up.
motion experience.
Okay, I grabbed the wrong chair. My bad. I guess I could just go back to Upload VR and just use their freaking link. See, the thing is, all these other websites, though, what they do is a lot of times they will take the original developer's trailer, and then they'll put their little tag on it, and they'll upload it with their little, Upload VR thing in the corner. And so they get to pimp out Upload VR while you're using their trailers. And so I like to use the trailers from the actual legitimate developer. Like I like to go to the source, the horse's mouth, so to speak. And I don't like grabbing trailers from all these other things, but sometimes that's what you do. But yeah, this is some miscellaneous thing where they're looking at all kinds of different VR chairs. But I got the right trailer now, folks. So I got it. So hold on a second. But I'm going to have to resize it. That's the thing that sucks. Everybody just needs to start using 1080p trailers, and then everything would be right in the world. I just got to find out the name of the trailers, too. It's like you always got to find out. Okay, here, the VR chair. Introducing the VR chair. Okay, I will have to resize this and get this situated. Not too bad there. Let's go ahead and check this out.
This is Cambrian VR Chair. This unique solution enables forward and backward movement that generates a sensation of motion in the brain. VR Chair converts slight movements of the user into commands, allowing the head to follow movement, which drastically decreases nausea. This VR Chair is designed to perfectly fit into any home. It's also ergonomically designed to be as comfortable as the most favorite gaming couch. One of the main problems of today's VR is the positioning of the cable during use. You will hardly ever get tangled in cables when using Model 1. The backrest, the armrest, and the footrest connected through the base frame comprise this simple device. The backrest and the footrest are set at an angle that allows for equal body weight distribution, resulting in extreme comfort during prolonged sessions. Length of armrests are adjustable, making it comfortable for everyday use. VR Cambrian Model 1 is based on neuroscience. Issuing movement commands generate a faint signal to your brain, simultaneously receiving a visual confirmation that is interpreted as slight movement. This allows a user to experience virtual movement that feels real while reducing nausea significantly. Armrests can be independently placed.
All I got to say is thank God, thank God I don't need any of these freaking crap. Thank God I don't need any of this stuff. Although this does look kind of cool, but I bet you it's expensive as hell. But it does look kind of cool. And there definitely are people out there. An Hannibal Lecter simulator. That is a good one. T-Dub. Hannibal Lecter. Yeah, it definitely is. Clarice. It definitely is a Hannibal Lecter simulator. You are kind of wheeled out there like that. But, you know, the truth of the matter is, we do actually have a lot of people that they just get queasy, man. They get queasy in VR, or maybe they psych themselves out that they're going to get dizzy, you know, and so it's something you can do, you know. So, I mean, companies are working on this. Cambrian, VR Made Easy. So this chair here, I mean, I don't know what like the Kickstarter is. Terry Blanchard says over-engineered and pre-Cambrian. And this is Winlands. You can see they're playing Winlands here and just kind of leaning forward, leaning back, I guess, or maybe using your you're using your joystick and then you just kind of tilt and move. So, I mean, you know, an interesting idea. Is it really is this a problem that we really need solved? Is there that huge of an audience that would want to buy this? But, you know, it's good to have these products. Push the Button is in the building. What's up, Push the Button? Haven't seen you in a while. Chris Richardson says this limits gunplay to pancake aiming. Yeah, it certainly would. You can see they're showing you some Serious Sam footage there as well. But yeah, this is something that we did see. It was on the Upload VR website, the VR chair, and don't really know if this is going to amount to anything, but kind of interesting to take a look at that. You know, slightly interesting there. All right, so let's see. I was about to say it looks like being wheeled on a trolley truck. Yeah, it does kind of look like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and bounce over to Road to VR, because we do have some breaking news. Breaking news in Road to VR. The puzzle adventure Twilight Path is going to arrive next month on Rift and Vive. This, of course, is coming to us from the studio that brought us Form. We are talking about Charm Games. And yeah, Twilight Path is a game that we had been following here, and it's arriving on October 2nd. Charm Games, you're making a huge mistake, man. That's Astrobot Day. You don't want to come out the same day as Astrobot. But, you know, Charm Games, they did make Form, which is a highly celebrated puzzle game. And Twilight Path will be coming on the 2nd of October. There's no kind of word on the gameplay length, but apparently it's going to be priced at $15, which is exactly the same as Form. And if there was any kind of, if people were upset in regards to Form, they were just upset that it was so short. That's what they were upset about. You know, everybody seemed to really like Form, but it was just the shortness of the game that seemed to bother people. But let's see. I know I have I have some Twilight Path trailers, so let's go ahead and throw a Twilight Path trailer on. Let's celebrate the October 2nd release date. So another game getting its date out there. Creators of Form. I have played Form. It is quite awesome. I've even sampled Twilight Path and was enjoying myself in that. And then I got slammed by a whole bunch of games, and we didn't have a release date for Twilight Path, so I didn't play it too much. But I've actually played an early build of this, and it did play quite nicely. Paul Smith says, off topic, but can't find Transference demo on PlayStation Store. Am I missing something? You might want to look for the Walter test case. Maybe they put it in a different place, or maybe because the real game is coming out tomorrow, they took it off of there. Not sure. But yeah, so Twilight Path will be arriving on October 2nd. That is the same day as Astrobot. And, you know, the VR games just continue to onslaught us with so many VR games, because we're getting like Zero Killed in late September. We're getting Jet Island in late September. We're getting Creed in late September. And then very, very early in October, we're going to get Astrobot and we're going to get Twilight Path. So just a lot of games are coming out, which is going to make things kind of hard for some of these developers, because everybody can't buy every game. We have to pick and choose a little bit. But yeah, Martino Movie says Form was awesome, and I am inclined to agree. Form was absolutely quite awesome. But yeah, so this is the news here with Twilight Path, and it's going to be $15, and that is October 2nd. Let's see, what else is Road to VR talking about? They're, of course, talking about the Pimax 8K. We got a lot of reviews that broke yesterday with all the early influencers, basically, that got the M2 versions of the various Pimax headsets, the 5K Plus, the 8K. All of those reviews are coming out. A lot of information coming out there. And then they're talking about Vox Machina, Chiaro and the Elixir of Life, and blah, blah, blah. Of course, we do know Transference comes out tomorrow. So that's kind of some of the news that is going on. Linus Tech VR is dead. Not sure what that's about. Euro Truck Simulator is only $4 on Steam, worth a go. And yeah, so why don't we go ahead? Let me see. Did I have another trailer I wanted to get into that I didn't get to yet? Let me double check. Oh, you know, one thing I can show real quick is our boy Noah. Yeah, our boy Noah went to Magic Leap. He got himself a complimentary Magic Leap one. What a lucky devil here. And they made this pin called Do It for Noah, and all the employees were wearing this pin. And then look at that Magic Leap sweatshirt in the background. That is Shanna De Lulis. Oh, look at her little tattoo on her finger. See her little tattoo on her finger? She definitely loves showing off that tattoo at any and every opportunity, and that is our boy Noah. He does have a brand new Magic Leap 1 headset. I believe he has arrived back in California, so he's back from his trip. I just want that Magic Leap sweatshirt, although it probably wouldn't fit me, but it might fit my wife. Oh, here's Noah. Noah's in the building. There he is. Yeah, Noah, what is up? Can you wear that sweatshirt, dude? It looks kind of small. Does that sweatshirt fit you? That's my number one question. What other little trinkets and stuff did you get when you were there? But and how are you enjoying your Magic Leap 1 now that you're back at home? You can use it in your own living room and such. We absolutely have to get Noah on here as a featured guest where we can do a live interview with Noah, and that's something I need to figure out. It's on me, folks. It really is on me. And Tesserum says, that's a good spot to have a mustache tattoo. Well, yeah, Shayna De Lulis, she was, of course, in that one video introducing the Magic Leap 1, and she was like putting the thing on her belt and putting the headset on. She kind of had an interesting hairstyle going on. Noah says, I got all sorts of stuff. It's amazing. I love it. Well, absolutely. You should love it. And, it's awesome. It's a dream come true. There are some people that are kind of hating on Noah in the Magic Leap subreddit, actually. In fact, let me go over to the Magic Leap subreddit. Speaking of that, because a couple people were kind of pissed off. They're like, is this like the Noah subreddit or is this the Magic Leap subreddit? I know I saw somebody say something about that. Let me go over here. Yeah, so this is the Magic Leap subreddit. And this one guy... somebody was like, when are we going to stop? Oh, here we go. Right here. Are we done with the self-promotional content? He was kind of bagging on like every little post is like Noah showing a street sign or whatever. But hey, the guy's excited. He just got his Magic Leap 1. He got to visit Magic Leap, and I would be super excited too. He got to go meet Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. He actually met Roni Abovitz. How freaking cool is that? He literally met Roni Abovitz, talked with Roni for a minute, and saw the Magic Leap offices. So that was kind of cool there. Just wanted to highlight that. But yeah, Noah, we absolutely have to figure out how to get you onto the show and get guests onto the show. And I want to talk to you more detailed about like Magic Leap and going there, and you're interested in Magic Leap, how you got interested in Magic Leap in the first damn place, all of those kinds of things. Definitely want to talk to you about that. So we'll definitely go down that road, hopefully in the very near future. I'm just putting on a random trailer here. This is Downward Spiral Aura Station, which does launch tomorrow for PlayStation VR. So if you are a PlayStation VR owner, this is another game you could potentially look forward to tomorrow. But you're probably going to be knee-deep in Transference, I'd have to imagine, or maybe Blind. I think those are probably the two biggest games that are coming out tomorrow. But yeah, we will definitely talk to you, Noah, hopefully in the very near future. No question about it. And that is so awesome that you got that Magic Leap 1 complimentary. I mean, that is super freaking cool. So anyways, where can we go now? Well, we can, of course, we can go back to the subreddits, and typically I start off in the Vive subreddit. Let's just see if there's any major news. It says Vive was almost ruined. Not sure what that is about. American Airlines uses Vives for training. There's a eye tracking add-on for the HTC Vive that you can get. Transference, apparently VR Focus, I guess, already has kind of a review on Transference. They are calling it brilliantly intense and a horrifying experience. I'm looking forward to it. I am hyped. And then it looks like the devs behind Vroom Kaboom have listened. Yes, they did add a cockpit mode. And yeah, you know, these devs for Vroom Kaboom are doing some things. I need to get back in there. I need to try that. Fragment VR is a selective camera pass-through app that you can add on, and Sweeviver has made an awesome Pimax 8K, 5K review. Of course, MRTV has a really good Pimax review. There's a lot of reviews out there for Pimax, in-depth reviews that definitely people should probably take a look at. Oculus, on the Oculus subreddit, they're talking about I Expect You to Die makes 3 million. We've heard about that already. The Blade and Sorcery apparently kind of blew up on the regular r-gaming subreddit, so they're hoping that this could pull in a lot of flat gamers. Blade and Sorcery, that trailer sounds familiar. Let me see if I can grab that Blade and Sorcery trailer, because I think we had a Blade and Sorcery trailer at one point, so we can see what game this is. Yeah, Blade and Sorcery in development. I think this is the one where it's bloody as hell. Okay, let's take a... Yeah, this is the one. This is Blade and Sorcery. Oh, this is the one where, like, the sword goes into the thing and you hold it up and it's got some interesting physics and stuff. Yeah, I think this is the one that has really cool physics. So I guess this kind of blew up on r-gaming, so that's good news. Wait for the money shot. Wait for the money shot. I'll show you when it happens. It's coming up here. The ultimate physics money shot of all time. Oh, you do have force powers as well, it appears. Use the force, Luke. But right here, okay, see, he grabs this axe. He uses force pull to grab the axe. He is a Jedi Master. And then right here, this is the money shot. It is coming up. You can see the collision detection right there, ladies and gentlemen. Look at those physics. That is the money shot right there. Look at those incredible physics. So maybe that is what kind of blew up on the Oculus, or on r-gaming, the r-gaming subreddit. That's what they're talking about here. My Blade and Sorcery post blew up. I feel like this game could be a huge pull towards VR for flat gamers. Hopefully, we got somebody that just used Oculus for the very first time. Transference again, yes, we heard about that. And some other miscellaneous stuff. Another Oculus Connect 5 speaker spotlight, Brandon Dillon. There are a lot of... Oh, this is a cool video here. And this is a YouTube video. Let me grab this, because this is the one I was talking about the other day. I'm going to grab this, and we could take a look at this, because that's what I was talking about the other day, ladies and gentlemen, about... You know, these motion simulators, and when are we going to have a motion simulator that just starts flipping us all around? And that's what this simulator does. It's, to me, it's like blow chunk city, man. I would blow some serious chunks if I was in this type of thing. But yeah, they're talking about this. I want to own this gaming chair. And of course, this video would be in 480p. It would be in 480p. But you know what? I'm not going to convert it. I'm just going to leave it the way it is, because I don't want to ruin the show in trying to convert it to a better thing. So I'll just have to adjust the size of it. Okay, I want this chair. Here we go. Okay, so here's this video, and you can see this guy is quite interesting. Let's see if there's any sound. No sound. That looks like a recipe for disaster. But, you know, and using it with the screen and everything, like, it seems like it'd be crazy distracting. Look at it, it like goes in every possible contortion. Like, wouldn't you lose your lunch? Like, I would lose my lunch, man. Can't believe you wouldn't lose your lunch off of this. But yeah, that's kind of what we need. Like, if you want to take your VR gaming to a completely next level, you want to start doing barrel rolls and all that shit, here you go. You only need about $20,000 to get one of these babies. I mean, I don't know how much this thing cost. But yeah, that was what some people are talking about that. Wish I had enough room in my house for a motion simulator. Yeah, this is taking it to kind of the extremes. Look at him. He's holding on to that side pole. I don't know if he fully trusts this mechanism. Like, you know, okay, there he goes. He grabs his other control. Now he's holding on to the side pole. He doesn't trust this worth shit. See, that's the thing. He does not trust this because he keeps grabbing onto his side pole. He doesn't feel like he's completely safe. But yeah, that's kind of cool. Terry Blanchard says, would be better if a triple curved screen. Yeah, he only has one screen. That is really quite lame there. But I saw another video that was similar to this, and it was like triple screens, but it was a similar kind of a thing. It was going upside down, all kinds of ways. I just, nah, man, I'm not the one. I can't do that. That would just cause me to blow chunks like you wouldn't believe. But, so yeah, they did have that video right there. Ubisoft Escape Games, Escape the Lost Pyramid trailer. I did hear about this, but I don't know that, is this a confirmed VR game? See, I was going to grab this trailer too. I don't know if it's I don't know if this is confirmed to have VR, but you know what? We'll go ahead and grab the trailer. Might as well. We got a few minutes here. I'll grab that trailer, throw it on, and then we'll see if it ends up being a VR game. Yeah, so right now, guys, I can tell you that I have been playing blind, and I will definitely have a lot more impressions on that game tomorrow. It definitely reminds me of Stifled, you know, the idea behind it, making noise, and then when you make noise, you can see more of the environment. But I think it was done a lot better than Stifled. I think it was really done quite, like I can't, you know, I'm not giving a review of it or anything, but I think if you tried Stifled and you were like, I like this idea, but I don't know if the execution is very good, I think the execution is better on blind. So definitely look forward to that tomorrow. But let me go ahead and I'll show you guys this Ubisoft escape room trailer. Don't know for sure though that this is going to be a VR game, and of course my sizing is all jacked up from that motion simulator video. So let me resize this if it doesn't take me a year to do it. Let's get this in here and we'll check this out. So yeah, it does look VR. I mean, they're showing all these people in VR headsets. So I do believe it's VR. Let me go to our big full screen window. What the F? What is this, guys? Is this like for a VR arcade or something? Escape the Lost Pyramid. An escape room in the world of Assassin's Creed Origins. Ubisoft Escape Games present. They're putting on riffs and vibes. Huh. I don't know what the hell this is. I don't know if this is like for an arcade, like the Void or something. Not sure what's going on here. Yeah, Crunchy says that showed a whole lot of nothing. It pretty much did. Well, I just don't like what is going on here. So I'll read you what it says on their YouTube description. It says Ubisoft Escape Games presents Escape the Lost Pyramid, a multiplayer virtual reality escape room set in the world of Assassin's Creed Origins. Okay, this is only available in selected venues like escape rooms or VR arcades. Okay, so that's what we didn't get. That's the information that we didn't get. So apparently this is a physical thing. This is like for the Void or for any kind of like location-based entertainment centers. That is what this Ubisoft thing is all about, because I didn't really understand what was going on here. But yeah, it appears that this is for an actual physical location. Oh man, something is playing really loud here. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, yeah, so if I go to web browser, see, this is a website. This is Ubisoft's escapegames.com. Escape the Lost Pyramid. And if you go down here, welcome to Ubisoft Escape Games. Our mission is to create outstanding escape games in virtual reality set in the most popular gaming worlds of Ubisoft. But they're going to be available in selected locations such as escape rooms, VR arcades, and theme parks. So it's coming to theme parks, and it's saying technical requirements. In your venue, you need to have an installation in line with our requirements. Our escape games are solely multiplayer and are built for 2 to 4 players. So it talks about like all the different PCs that you're going to need, the room scale size you're going to need, and access to internet is needed, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that's what they're doing there. So Ubisoft appears to be getting into the arcade game of like the Void and stuff like that. So that's cool. I mean, I've got no hate towards that. Not a bad deal there, you know. Interesting that that is happening. Alrighty, folks. Well, you know, we have been going for a little bit over an hour here. It was kind of an interesting show today. We didn't really have a focus or anything, but tomorrow is probably going to be a more interesting show because we are going to talk about all the biggest releases that are going to be available tomorrow. I will be talking about Blind. Not sure about Transference. I know I'm going to get my hands on Transference one way or another. I will either buy the game or maybe get a key or whatever, but I don't know that I will have played much of Transference prior to our show tomorrow. So that might be more on Wednesday, and we can talk about all the other releases as well and any other news that comes up between then and now. So let me go ahead and put on my outro trailer. And definitely thanks everybody for joining me today on this show. And of course, like always, go ahead and visit the website, vrgamerankings.com. You can check out the website there. And of course, subscribe to the channel, like the video, all of those kinds of things. And I will see everybody tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time. I will see you guys then. Take it easy. Later.